everyone, welcome to Life Tips by Ning. In today's video, I'm sharing the explanation for the 26th hexagram in I-Ching called Great Harvest. The meaning of Great Harvest is actually the surface level result, but the true wisdom for this hexagram is the process leading towards the final outcome. It's emphasizing you have to take great patience to not being distracted by money or fame along the way. Put in the hard work, put in the long work. The longer you prepare, the greater is your accumulation and final outcome. So this is also can be derived from the image of the hexagram, because the inner trigram is pure yang energy, the heaven. It means a lot of motivation, energy, and initiative. But it's facing an external trigram of the mountain. The mountain means sitting still, stopping you. Don't rush. Take your time. So combining those two images together is like you have this great momentum to do something, but don't rush into it, because if you put in the time and patience to accumulate over time, what you're able to achieve will be way bigger than if you rush into something. So that's the wisdom for the 26th hexagram. It's another way to look at it is every single pair of hexagram in I-Ching, because there are total of 64 of them. So 25 and 26, they're actually flipping image of each other. So if you turn the 25th hexagram innocence upside down, you will derive this 26th image. So the beauty of that is it's actually describing the same thing from two different opposite sides. It's different angles, but it's explaining the same concept. Because the innocence one, the previous one, is talking about the act of non-doing. Non-doing meaning not being influenced by human desire, by human level expectations. Instead, we need to follow the law of the nature, the law of the universe. So following that whole wisdom and the main point, the 26th hexagram is just rehashing it from a different angle. Think about it, because if you have a grand goal, right, the bigger the goal is, typically it takes longer to prepare in order to achieve it. But as human nature, we might be distracted by profit or lucrative stuff along the way. And if you're not able to follow the right approach, building this strong virtue, you will be distracted, and then you won't be able to achieve this great harvest. So it's telling you the same thing of following the law of the universe. Don't be distracted by human level greed or expectations or external material distractions. So that's the point of the 26th hexagram. And if we dive into individual lines, it's actually just explaining the same emphasis on patience, the long road of being prepared before the outcome will naturally happen to you. It's just explaining that overall hexagram meaning from different stages of life, from inexperience to eventually the most experienced, or when you're like first venture into society versus when you're more mature, right? It's just describing the same thing from different stages. So the first line, it's a yang line, but it's at the beginning of something. You're not ready yet. Now is the time to prepare yourself, be patient to accumulate. You're not ready to take action yet. The reason this one is a neutral to positive outcome is because this person realized where he or she is in, the situation they're in. They realize a potential danger, especially kind of the situation or factors outside of their control. They're smart enough to recognize that, and they're able to exercise self-restraint to stop, to be patient, to get themselves ready, like learn from others, venture into different experiences. So your whole point is get your strength, even more, get yourself more prepared before you rush into something. So by doing that, you're able to prevent early setbacks. So that's the guidance there. The second line is the same thing. The original line description says the wheel fall off the spoke of a carriage or an old car. It means the situation forces you to stop. It's not ready to proceed, to move on. So don't force progress. Now it's time to stay still, to accumulate, build on your strength. Again, same thing, learn from other people or go outside of your home. Take actions, but the purpose of taking action is not to achieve profit. The purpose of taking action is to learn real life experience so you can build on your strength. And if you're able to do that, you can repair the fallen wheel or your own weakness and get yourself even stronger and more prepared. This is all about laying that strong and deep foundation before you build a tall building to guarantee its final outcome and quality. The third one is because it's a corresponding relationship with the top line, and top line is the main line of this hexagram, meaning it's kind of the essence that mirroring the hexagram's wisdom. Because it has this corresponding relationship, because both of them are on the top position for the inner and outside triagram. That's the reason of that relationship. And this one is about the final success stage of great harvest. So because of that corresponding relationship, and the third line is at the ending stage of the internal triagram. So you kind of have a milestone type of readiness, even though you're not quite at the final stage of completion. But because of the first and two lines, preparedness and patience and small accumulation, you're able to achieve success. But the caveat for that success is you need to take strong discipline, be super situational aware, and be self-prepared. The line description says, before you venture into some sort of a war or undertaking, guess what? I took a long time to practice my skill every single day. Like practice my soldiers or practice my kind of the different level of supporting staff and making sure they're ready before we can collectively venture into something. So it's about taking action, but it's also about taking action with self-discipline, with strong preparedness. Then you can do it. The fourth one is corresponding with the first line, right? So the fourth one is saying control like a baby cow with the horn coming out. It's using like a wood to tie up the baby cow's horn so it cannot harm people. But the point of that line description is saying a small cow animal, even though it can still pose danger to human, it's not big danger. It's not like a mature bull. It's a small one. So if you can nip and control the urge or this kind of humanly desire at its root, at this early stage, then it's easy for you to stop it in order to keep on being undistracted on your accumulation journey. So that's the point of this fourth one, is saying nip this young, relatively weaker urge to move in the bud. Do it in the very early stage so that you don't get distracted in your longer row of accumulation that will naturally lead to great harvest. It's same thing. It's emphasizing stop, non-doing, focus on building up your strength. The fifth one is corresponding with the second one, because the second one is very situational aware, right? I see the danger, I stop. I work on my weaknesses first. So this one is saying that the line description is fascinating, saying turning a wild boar into a domesticated pig. So you neutralize it, you neuter it. It kind of addressing the urge and the wild urge as its root cause. Once you remove that problem, it's very easy to handle and stop. So it's saying neutralize danger at its root level, so you can. This tool is about preventing any practical distractions that most people can make mistakes for, so that you can stay focused on accumulation. And the top line, this is the main line for this hexagram. It says, after you've done everything that's super difficult to stay focused, from first to fifth, it's mostly about pulling yourself back, fighting the urge to make short-term gain. You understand the opportunity cost of making a short-term gain versus having the patience and wait it out, because in return your accomplishment will be so much larger than rushing into something. Because you're able to do that, the end result is the line says the road to heaven is widely open, is limitless. You cannot even see it within your eyes. So that's like ultimate success and utmost positivity. But this beautifully successful outcome is supported by this very unusual tenacity and perseverance to stick to the course and not being distracted along the way. So that's the explanation for the 26th hexagram. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.